Hey, thanks for the run, Super Viper. uh, hey, Pixels for Peace. I'm Mr. McBunners. I'll be your host for the next little while. We are getting set up for Mega Man 11 with Ahmed. And we did get a $20 donation about 27 minutes ago, so sorry, Stormcrow, but I will announce it now. Thank you very much for your 20 bucks. We also have a bid war going on at the moment for Metal Gear Solid 2. It's coming up in just a couple runs, and it is for either English or language versions of the game. So far, English and Japanese versions of the game. Japanese is in the lead so far with $10. Great job with the marathon so far. Over $1,100 raised. That's fantastic. There are also other bid wars going on, of course. There's the Sonic R Snow/No Snow bid wars, the Chrono Trigger bid wars, to name all the characters, as well as some goals that still haven't been met. And that's the Fight Specchio Chrono Trigger goal that is currently $53 away from the $153 goal, or $150 goal. There's the All Force category for the new Super Luigi for Wii U, and that is $214 away from the $250 goal. And there's also the bonus Barbie game that's coming up, and that is still $170 away from the $200 goal. So let's get those donations in and make those goals, win those bid wars. All the money donated during this marathon goes to the Save the Children Foundation.
Hello? Are we live?
I believe you are. I don't think they can.
Ooh, I can barely hear you. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. But if we're live, hey! I'm Ahmad. I'll be running Mega Man 11. In percent. No out of bounds. Normal. And with me, we have our commentators of this run, One Rufio and Stage Hero. I think both of them knows the run pretty damn well, so I don't really have to do a lot of commentary here. The timer will start when I press start here, so I think we're good to go. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, here we go.
So I'm Sage Hero, and along with me is Von Rufio.
Hello. And this is Mega Man 11.
Yeah, this is the newest Mega Man installment. So if you've never seen this game before, it's a lot like 3, where you still have charge, you still have slide, but you also have 2 gears, which are new to the game. And Von Rufio, if you want to explain them.
Yeah, there's like a speed gear and power gear. Speed gear is for slowing time, and you can do stuff in normal time in Mega Man, but everything else is slowed down. And also the power gear that makes your attacks more powerful in all forms, in Buster and the Robot Master weapons.
The other new addition is you can see he actually has Rush while he's using his Mega Buster. So you can switch to all weapons on the fly, not just L and R, but you can use the right analog stick to switch to any weapon, and you can call Rush out while you still have your Mega Buster equipped. So you can see abuse of a lot of that, by the way. R.I.P. Weldy. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and as you can see in this game, we are allowed to use the rapid fire, so no more mashing necessary in this game.
Yeah, it's actually hard capped. So even if you mash manually, you cannot mash faster than the auto fire button in the game. And since it's just a button in the game, it's allowed. This is a really cool mini boss.
Yeah, this is really there's a new way to kill it, doing like this power gear attack, like overheating it.
Yeah, so if you charge it up for a long time, you get that giant attack that pierces through armor. Oh, this screen is very intense, by the way.
Yeah,
So.
you
Got
can
it.
do
There we
it's
go.
extra-
There we go.
yeah,
We got through the big room.
It's extremely dangerous. Like most of the rounds die there when you start this game. It's a impact stage is well, let's say it's not an easy stage to start this game.
Yeah, this is a very, very recent heavy game. Impact is a very difficult first stage. We're going to Impact first because his weapon is just so extremely good, and you'll see that in the next stage.
There you can do like a super tight fight jump on the left side, and you don't have to do the last rush coil, but it's a very risky move. There's not a lot of room to stand on that corner.
So every boss in this game, when you get him below half health, has a gear phase, and we do not want to see Impact Man's because he goes invincible for 16 seconds. So we're going to try and get him right above half health and then kill him before he can act.
Nice.
You react to the pattern of the impact. It has
And that's
different kind of
good.
patterns.
Good.
Yeah, that was a really good fight.
So before the start of that last attack, he got him just above half health, and then you have to hit him with 2 double busters, which will kill him. If he finishes that attack, he will go invincible, and you just get to wait.
He becomes a tank.
There's no escape.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it gave
Now
me
we
the
go-
charge instead of the jump, so I could actually kill him fast.
Yeah. That's a good pattern.
So
Now we go to
Tundra
the Tundra
Man-
stage.
Yeah, you're gonna see why Impact is so good and why we do it first. He's going to be switching to Impact, and Impact is actually the fastest form of movement in the game. And power, the only thing faster than Impact is Power Impact.
Yeah. And that's why it's very important to get certain drops in this game for ammo drops. For example, in this stage, when you kill enemies, you always want to go to impact in the case the enemy drops more ammo, so you get to do more impacts in the stage.
Yeah, we're a lot of the RNG in this game is actually just drops, like how much impact do you get to use. And a lot of the routing is how do you use your impact, because it's always a good idea to use impact. It's never a bad time to impact.
Yeah. So, of course, there's a moment that impact is more useful than others, but most of the time, the more you use, the better it is.
So we're coming up on another mini boss here, and we're gonna make this disappear pretty quickly. You're also gonna see him go out of the way to pick up some bolts. We are gonna be doing a shopping trip later.
So first we do this
Missed the one
overheat
second.
attack. Yeah, then mash him and then do one. Yeah, normally one impact is enough, but that's no.
It's really tight. Yeah, a lot of times you have to use the second one. Another
Yeah, we
neat little
have-
thing is impact is not affected by like the wind. So there's a lot of wind stuff in this stage where it's pushing you back, but impact just completely ignores that, and lets you go flying through the air.
Here we have a little bit tight impact use here. That's a very tight window to get that right. And if you mess it up, you can easily die.
The last screen in the stage is actually terrifying, so I will be silent and let Namad do that.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Okay, I had to take that really slowly.
Ooh, that was scary.
Ooh. Okay.
He's good now. He's good now.
Yeah.
that got a little bit
Yeah.
scary there.
I just
If
waited
you
for
die
the
there, you
wind.
go all the way back to the screen after the mini boss, and it's not fun. You don't have any impacts. Like you
Yeah.
just have to slowly walk through the stage.
The game becomes extremely slow compared to with the impact. So most of the time, dying like that is takes a lot of time.
So a quick explanation of the double buster you see him using. The first shot is still the blue shot that does 3 damage, the normal buster. The second shot does 5, and then actually goes through iframes. And right there, if you noticed it, he actually shot one shot at him. And the blue did not do damage, and that's intentional. We want to manipulate his HP, so again, we get him right above that halfway mark, and then we quickly kill him before he can activate his gear. And you'll see that throughout the run, kind of, he's going to use iframes to kind of control how quickly we deplete their HP.
And as we previously talked about, you can always see him like get the power gear off and on, because you don't wanna overheat it, unless you want it, because it's not very useful after that overheating.
Oh no.
So it's like a mix of like getting it on and off, so you can use it the whole fight.
Having some trouble here in Torch.
It's okay.
That firewall is instant death. There's, like, it doesn't care about iframes, it doesn't care about anything. It's like Mega Man 1 Spike.
Yeah. This stage is super dependent on the impact drops, so ammo drops, so you can do a lot of impact in this stage if you get good luck on ammo.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. This stage is like perfectly flat. It's all just horizontal, so impact becomes really useful.
The turkey mini boss is it's pretty easy. Just there's normally a cooldown on those Tundra attacks, but when you slide, the cooldown drops down, so you can just smash it the Tundra attack if you slide.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Peapod Dot for figuring that one out.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And here Ahmad used like a safe strat there, using Tundra to freeze up the flame when he gets the W tank. W tank.
So you're going to see him picking up W tanks throughout the run. He already got one in Tundra, now he's got a second one, and there's even going to be a shopping trip later just to buy a bunch more. Again, we said impact was like just the best thing in this game, and it's so good that even though it costs a little time to pick up these W tanks and use them, it just saves you so much time by refilling your impact significantly.
Yeah, it's not clear yet what's the best way to play this game. Just relying on the RNG, or just go for the shopping and buy those free tanks. So, but probably in the future we know what is the optimally best route.
Oh, he didn't give me the dive kick. Damn.
Yeah.
No kicks. So Tundra went down real easy there. He's actually a pretty difficult fight. His power gear, he's invincible to everything except Tundra. So we just activate his power gear and then kill him with Tundra. He's
It's
a
harder
little
to fight
more
than it lose.
he's a little more difficult in refights because you're limited Tundra. So the gimmick on Blastman here that we're coming up into is that there's these boxes that you have to detonate to proceed in the stage. But if you have the torch weapon, you don't have to detonate them in the intended way. You can just blow them up with torch. And he's going to be doing that at times to move through faster. And you can kind of see that, like, when things start going off, like, he's supposed to chase that fire through the screen and he almost missed it. This game punishes mistakes really harshly.
Have we talked about the boss order yet?
We have not.
Yeah, the boss order is after like impact is the first boss because you need to get the impact. But after that, it's kind of like a mix of like weaknesses and how do you say, like the what works the fastest way. Because Dandra is very good on Torch, so you want to do it like after impact. But you don't really need anything for blast because the power here is so powerful weapon in this game.
Yeah. Tundra makes really short work of that mini boss too, so it's really useful to have Tundra here.
So Order is kind of like a mix of like weaknesses and also like a use of the power here.
I don't know if you noticed, he killed those boxes with Torch so he could rush coil up. That screen is deceptively hard. That is an easy run kill.
Yeah, so this stage is a lot of like places where you can lose a lot of time.
This is such a cool boss kill.
Yeah, we have like different kind of bosses in the history of this speed run, but this is the newest one and fastest. I think was it Prissy who found this?
Prissy has the other fight, the refight. I don't know who found this one.
Yeah, was it Carter? I think it's Carter.
It might have been Carter, yeah.
Yeah.
Just that little touch of speed gear at the end. The boss's iframes actually still run at normal pace during speed gear. So by just that little tap of speed gear makes him vulnerable a little bit. If he didn't do that, the blue would not have done damage, and then he would have activated his power gear. It's all just falls so nicely into place. By the way, he just got...
And now he's gonna do the shopping route. He has enough gears to buy these W tanks.
It's Sunday, so they're 20% off.
Yeah, exactly. You can put your PC clock on the. It's always weekend, so it's cheaper to buy stuff. Nice trick for speedrunners. And here we go to the plug stage. This is an awesome stage as a speedrun. With lots of inputs.
And you'll see on some tricky screens like that, it's better to impact over them. Like just completely skip the screen, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You use like a lot of different weapons here. You use impact, you use torch, you use tundra, you use blast. Like that, all are useful in this game mostly.
By the way, if you didn't know, the maze sections he's coming up, a lot of people had trouble with these. You can just blow them up with blast weapon. Like, it takes so long to go through, or you could just break them.
Exactly. Everybody nice to know when I played this first time.
Yeah, there's a ton of things casually that you would never notice. You can freeze the fire in Torch, you can blow up the block puzzles here, you can kill the electricity things and fuse with bounce.
Those falling rocks, I think, are in a cycle. So you wanna, like, if you slow down a little bit, it's gonna get dangerous to get under them.
The nice thing is, there's no global cycles in this game. Everything's rune-based. So even if you're behind in a stage, just as long as you do the rune correctly, you're alright. Yeah. Using the second W tank, kind of got bad luck. He didn't get any big drops, so he went with the 2 W tank reps to stick.
Nice. Those jet rooms are pretty tricky. Like, getting on jets in this game is not easy when you're jumping in the air. Also, the hardest tricks are from coil to jet, when you have to despawn the coil to get on the jet. Those are super hard tricks.
Blockman, hopefully we can skip his power gear. This is another one.
Oh no, whatever.
Oh,
See the big boy?
It's okay.
he didn't quite. So you're supposed to have the fully charged cluster there. It'll pierce through his iframes and armor. But unfortunately, he wasn't quite fully charged, so we get to see the big boy. This is another about 16-second time loss. Fortunately, you actually have to do stuff, but not just wait.
That's for you, chat.
Well done.
He'll get another chance in refights. So.
Yeah.
I was like half a second off.
Yeah, that was really close.
Yeah.
That timing is very, very tight. Like, as soon as you get the blast set up against the wall, you have to switch and start charging, or you won't have it ready in time.
That was
And
a
you have
bit
to let
too
go of the charge the last possible moment.
Yeah, that was a bit too ambitious
is-
there.
This is low-key one of the hardest stages in
Yeah.
the run.
Yeah, not even low-key, this is the hardest stage in the run. Like, it's
You wouldn't think
something
it,
else.
because you don't usually die in this stage all that often.
Yeah.
But you'll just lose 30 seconds anyway by just
Exactly.
being stuck bouncing around.
And you easily waste a lot of ammo
Oops.
in here, and then you just run out easily.
So you're going to see not only a lot of impact in the stage, but a lot of rush. And that's because the stage is kind of a climb, and you can't slide over these bouncy blocks. So you really want to make sure you're impacting over them. Basically, anytime you can't slide, that's where you want to use your impact. Because sliding is the second fastest form of movement. But this entire stage is like no sliding allowed. The music is nice though.
Yeah, it's a lot of jet and core use in almost all the screens. And here we got the coolest possible. Oh my god!
Oh, he got away. Oh, he's going.
I wanted to show him bump that frog.
He will eventually
Oh my
pump it. Oh,
This screen is so scary.
It's all good, guys. It's all good.
Here.
nice little trick. I don't know if you noticed, there's those like evil eddies that run away with the weapon ammo. He actually impacted over him and grabbed
Yeah.
the weapon without touching the enemy.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the runners I've seen kill that Eddie guy and get the ammo from there.
All right, let's get ready for the Coil to Jet.
Oh, Coil Jet, here we go. Coil Jet is not an intended mechanic in this game. Basically, Rush Coil has a little animation that prevents you from like going Rush Coil and then taking down Jet and landing on Jet. But you can cancel that animation
no.
by taking out a weapon.
As you can see, this
It's
is
okay.
not easy.
Yeah, he got up there, but unfortunately he fell back down.
Gotta take this slightly safer, I guess.
So yeah,
And here we trick the game to think that we are falling from higher position with that
yeah. If you get up high enough, the game will actually think that you climbed all the way to the top of the thing and jump down, which is what you're supposed to do. And after
And
that
now.
impossible stage comes probably the easiest boss.
Yeah. Don't jinx it now.
Bet you can't bounce like this.
Yeah, Bounce is actually one of the easiest boss fights. It's really ironic when the stage is so ridiculously difficult.
Well, something has to give.
Yeah. So that wasn't actually too bad of a stage. Of course, there was a lot of
Yeah.
mistakes, but overall, I guess I didn't lose that much time.
Yeah, that Coil Jet was probably the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
And that sumo room.
Coil
That's
Jet
always
is really precise. Especially
Yeah.
on a screen where the sailing is moving, it's much more difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
uses an excellent music. This game is like this has certain cycles in this stage, and if you do any mistakes, there's gonna be some waiting and getting damaged out
Yeah,
because of
you
these
can
lasers.
impact. You can impact through those lasers, but that's the only way you can get through them cleanly. This big room coming up too is really cool if we can get it.
As you can see, you use almost all the weapons in this game.
Kind of messed that
Oh,
up,
yeah.
but it's
There-
okay.
There's no weapon that's just like not useful. Even acid, which is like the least used weapon, finds a really important use later.
Yep.
So unfortunately we messed this room up, but we might still be able to make a good, decent cycle.
Nice.
Nice.
I like that coil. That coil start is so cool. Just skip the whole laser part.
So if you do everything perfectly cleanly, you can make a different cycle that's just in time. By the way, goodbye to this mini.
Yeah, it's just.
Shoutouts to
gone.
Faster, by the way. I just messed it up.
Yeah. The Fuse boss kill is really extremely cool too as well. So that's something to look forward to. It kind of like mixes everything, like the power gear cycling and switching to rush, and speed gear and fast weapon switching. Like everything's in it.
Yeah. Oh, here, one mistake and the cycle is gone, and you have to like go down over there.
That was
Here we
actually
use
really
a-
close.
Yeah, here we can easily use speed gear to get through those some point. Some situations. Nice.
So I don't know if you saw that tiny touch of speed gear, but he actually has to use that, or Fuse Band will teleport away too quickly and not get hit by both shots. But he has to time it, because if he turns on speed gear too soon, he's not going to get the power double shot.
Yeah.
And then you see how tight it was for his gear at the end. Like he had maybe a couple pixels left before he burned out.
And there's so many bosses like and parts in this game where the power gear is like in the last moment.
Mhm.
Or it's gonna overheat and then it's gonna it's gonna be a mess.
So we're coming back to Acid, even though his weakness is blocked, just because there's really no reason to do him sooner. We don't use Acid at all until the very last stage of the game. And this is kind of the underwater level of the game. You'll see some of the screens have a current which pushes Mega Man one way or the other. Again, Impact ignores that current, so when the current is against us, we're going to be using Impact to get through it better.
This water here starts causes the acid if those syringe guys drop them enough. I don't know what that is solution.
And this stage is also kind of like the spike hell of the game. If you didn't
yeah,
notice,
it is.
there's spikes
Yeah.
everywhere. He's going to
Yeah, we
use the buoyancy there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that we're using blast there to get some more height.
Goodbye, mini boss. Every mini boss in the stage after like the first few is just disappears in seconds.
Exactly. And here more W tanks. So we can go fast.
Good drop there.
Look at how fast this like this. Yeah, this horizontal screens go so fast with the impact.
There is like a 2-frame impact you can do in that last room where you fall out of the pipe to like skip that whole room.
Yeah. And here, jet used to skip that part of the climb. And this one that's not that as dangerous as it looks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fortunately the spikes have a little bit of a forgiving hitbox. It's not like old Mega Man spikes where they're
Yeah.
perfectly square. You have a little bit of leeway to clip into.
Here we wanna use the block to kill this acid really fast. It's
So
also
again-
not the hardest fight.
Again, he shot the power gear with the first shot hitting his iframes, just so he could do another 5 damage real quick, and that manipulates its health so he behaves the way we want him to.
That second to last block.
I'm sorry, Manix.
Oh, gold? God,
Gold. Wow.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Manix.
boy.
I know you guys can't see his splits. That was a gold.
Easy 6 seconds.
I forgot about
Save
disabling the voices.
Enjoy the gold song.
Whoops.
But yeah, that's good. This is a good pace for.
And here we come to Wily 1. And what is there not to say about Wily 1? This stage is freaking top.
Yeah, there's like a lots of beats to
Yeah,
follow.
if you're in one pace going to Wily 1, this is where like your palms start sweating. Because you know if you get through this, it's like, oh my god, it's a real run finally. Now, you can see there's like, those gears are moving and some of them fall down. we don't want to do any of that, so we're going to impact through basically all of it. There's also a ton of just ammo laying around in this stage. It's really convenient. No Yoku blocks, sorry. Not allowed.
Yeah, real nice. And the last screen. Good. Nice. Real nice while one.
I think I use an extra.
That room has killed me so many times.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that hard because you're not impacting, but it's pretty precise, like how you do that.
So he was just one impact ammo there, so he couldn't get over that med. Unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal.
Whew.
Got him.
Close.
That was so close. Saved it nicely.
You want to explain this boss fight coming up?
No. It's the same pattern that the first Mega Man ever. But we are gonna... There's this eye that opens up that you have to hit with this blast. And we know we drop these bombs in a certain order to get hits on those. That eye. For example,
The last guy in the line, the ninth one, is the one that's vulnerable. The one with the eye.
Yeah, there. There it goes. So, and that it should die in this cycle. In case of the boss.
I took that a bit safe. Usually you have a chance to jump over those without taking the extra damage, so you can kill the boss faster.
Save 2 seconds though.
So Wily 2 is kind of an interesting stage. I believe he's out of W tanks now, so he's going to be relying on drops to get through the stage quickly. It's mostly, it's kind of like a down and up, a U-shaped stage. So we're going to be using some impact and then later some rush blow to kind of climb up at the end.
Yeah, there's a lot of like room clearing strats here, where you have to clean up the whole room.
Especially there's a sniper joke coming up that's just notorious for killing runs. No drops. Kind of a shame.
Yeah, that's bad. This room. Oh, there we go.
It's all good.
You can see all the
No,
sniper
no, no.
Joes, and in this game they chase you, and it's just very painful. Fortunately, missing that straight.
Getting really lucky with drops here.
It finally coming around. Yeah, so you do end up killing a lot of enemies in this stage, and you tend to go through their path, so it makes it a good stage to get drops and not rely so much on the W tank.
All these weapons are so cool.
So while we're cleaning up this stage, do we have any donations?
And here we just climb that you can use jet to get up a little bit faster. Now.
I'm gonna assume that's a no. So coming up to the boss, this boss's name is Malvern. He's a long-lost cousin of X86. X86? Is that the right number for Mega Man 5?
Yeah,
I think so.
something like that. Yeah.
So you have to open his shell to get to his actual weak spot, which is inside the weakness impact. But we use bounce because it just opens the shell very nicely.
Nice fight.
Nice. You do not want to get hit by that laser. It does a ton of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
And
coming
now
up
the
in
boss rush.
Yeah. So most of the boss fights are going to be the same. There's a couple differences. The main thing is that we have, I think, 4 boss fights that use Tundra, and we don't have enough Tundra to go around. Do you remember which solution does Ahmad go for?
I go for the Tundra impact, so let's go.
Okay. So you're doing the prissy blast. Okay, he's doing the get good strats.
Go for a charge. Unfortunate. Happened again.
There is no escape. So this is what you want to skip. This is what you do not want to see, especially 30 minutes into the run. But using Tundra there, the goal is you can actually kill him after 3 attacks, whereas using Buster only have to wait for a 4th attack. It saves you a couple seconds to go for the Tundra impact. Now everything's pretty much going to be the same here until we get to Tundra's going to be different, and then I think it's the last 3, isn't it? Tundra's going to be different. Torch is going to be different, and then Blast is going to be different.
Yes,
because we don't have enough Tundra to do all of them.
Yeah. Unfortunate about
He's
the
going to
impact,
get
but it's okay.
a chance for revenge against Block here soon too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh.
No one saw that. Let's forget about
Two
acid.
acid.
It's fine. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Okay, let's get this revenge. Got him.
Nice, nice.
There we go.
That's how it's supposed to look. Yep.
Yeah. And it's so much faster than letting him go to Big Boy mode.
Oh. So Fuse is the same here, but Tundra coming off, because we have the Fuse weapon, there's actually a faster Buster.
Yeah, there's a lot of like strats that go when you start with the you can buffer hits in this game, so you can use like the Tundra instantly when the fight starts.
Yeah, that is real nice. Like whatever buttons you're holding at the start of the fight, you just get them first frame start.
Yes, I got the hardest fight in the refights. Tundra.
Nice. Yeah, it's very easy with the power acid.
Torch coming up, he doesn't have enough Tundra to kill him the way we want to, so he's gonna have to sneak in a Buster hit.
Okay. Bit of a struggle, but
That was
it worked.
one thing about this. If you're charging with Power Buster, it's like Mega Man 5 rules. If you get hit, you lose your charge.
Yeah.
And now he has to do this different because he doesn't have any Tundra left, so he's got to use Torch instead.
Unfortunately, I missed one shot, but that's fine. It's still very
The
fast.
original, this is probably the first fast kill that has been found about last. The original kill.
Yeah, that was the original quick kill. The only reason people even do the other one in his stage is because the original route in his stage didn't have enough torch when you weren't back when we were not using W tanks in every stage. You didn't
Yeah.
have enough torch to do that kill at the end of the stage, so people found a different one. By the way, this is just a quick stage leading up to Final Wily. Shoutouts to everyone who's contributed to this game. It's really neat how the Mega Man community came together. I mean, within like a week, we knew the boss order that's still today.
Yeah.
Also, shoutouts.
And all those quick kills on those bosses before they transfer.
Whoops.
Also quick, like, oh my god.
F.
Well, you didn't die on the elevator, so it was probably gonna happen. Yeah, at the start here, you can use the speed gear to make the start a lot faster.
Well, now I don't have any impact, so you can just enjoy this
Yeah.
ride.
Gonna take us for a ride.
Yep.
But yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, there was a lot of like old school Mega Man runners too that dropped by to check this game out when it came.
If you actually get this game, there are individual level leaderboards online for speedruns, and you'll see some names that have not done speedrunning. OoB actually came out of speed retirement to play this game for a while.
So there was a lot of like old names that came just for this game. And also, did we explain like the no out of bounds?
Oh, so there is out of bounds in this game.
Yeah.
We don't do it. Coming as the person who found most of the out of bounds strats, they're really boring.
Yeah.
The camera stays in place while Mega Man explores the out of bounds world. So most of the game is looking at an empty screen while Mega Man does fun stuff just off screen, and you can't see what's happening.
Yeah, there's for example, you can skip a lot of acid and I think fuse.
Fuse as well.
Yeah.
Time.
Nice. GG. That's a good fight. And there we can see the first use of acid in this game.
First and last,
a-
yeah. You
yeah.
actually have to hit him with the shield. It's not like the shots still do good damage, but you actually want to ram into him with.
Yeah, it's scary when you miss those things and then you lose a lot of health, so you better hit.
I was only 30 seconds behind going into last stage,
Yeah.
so that was a really good
Pretty sick
run.
dude.
Yeah,
35 is still like a really sick time.
yeah, that was a good run. Like the last stage was shame, but that's dead. But everything else was really good.
Yeah, that was surprisingly good. I usually end up messing up marathon runs, but that was exceptional. I take it.
Yeah, definitely showed all this game can do. Like it's a super fast, cool game. If you like games that have a lot of inputs in short amount of time, like every screen might have like a 8 to 10 inputs.
Mega Man 11
in
might
seconds.
seem very intimidating, and well, it is in a way, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of help in Discord as well if you want to join and are interested of learning Mega Man 11. There's plenty of runners willing to help.
If you're looking for that Discord, it's megamanleaderboards.net, and I believe you can find some information through there. There's a classic speedrunning Discord where you can ask us questions, tell us we're bad.
Yeah.
Also, there's if you buy this game, there's like a time, like attacks on every stage and every boss, so you can easily like practice this game by stage if you want.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like save states, which would be really amazing to have, but still. Anyways, thank you Sage, thank you Rufio for coming over to helping with the commentator. Like this is a pretty intense game, so I even though I could probably do it myself, but it does help concentrate when there's someone else talking. So
Yeah.
You don't really want to commentate on yourself in this one.
yeah, thank you guys, and again thank you obviously P4P for having me. And yeah, I think up next we will have Dave and Stan doing the Batman race. Yes.
Ooh,
Any
Nice.
Batman.
Nice.
that's a nice race. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Yeah, thank you and see
Take
you.
care.